Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is facing mounting pressure over a conflicting timeline of events after the Defence Force was grilled for not knowing about a Chinese live fire drill happening in the Tasman Sea until 40 minutes after it started. The pilot of a Virgin Airlines flight was the first to raise the alarm, but the PM had insisted yesterday that a separate warning from New Zealand came at around the same time as Virgin's notification, which is contradicted by the ADF, who say it was actually an hour later. For their take, let's bring in Sunshine Coast Mayor Rosanna, Natoli and Daily Telegraph journalist James Willis. Good morning to you, Rosanna. Are the facts not adding up, or is it an easy mistake by the PM, or did he mislead the public?
I think if you forget the argy-bargy about who told whom and when, Australians are back at what? Chinese warships are in our waters and we don't know about it? I think that's the real question that needs to be asked. We need to go back to that original question and forget the politicking here, because that's what really would be worrying most Aussies sitting here in front of their TV this morning.
Yeah, James, I think a lot of people would be concerned that it took a commercial pilot to tell us that the Chinese were kind of shooting up the air around the ocean off Australia.
Absolutely, Nat. And look, the biggest issue here, and the one that we should be the most concerned about, is the fact that we are effectively a sitting duck in Australia in the event that anything like this happens moving forward. And look, the Chinese military running operations off the coast of Sydney without warning, potentially firing missiles, is just deeply concerning. And look, it goes back 20 years and the decisions we've made in previous governments with our military and our spending and our strategies along the way. So that is one issue. But I think we have to politicise this, because once again, it shows a Prime Minister who is simply not across his brief. And too often, Anthony Albanese is not across the details. I've seen this over and over again at press conferences and interviews in Parliament, where he has surface level information, and he's, in this case, basically been rebuked by defence officials who say a different set of circumstances about their knowledge of these Chinese military operations. So once again, I just think Albo is just really not across his brief, and has shown that in this case that he wasn't aware of the full details about how this unfolded.
OK, moving on. Shoppers in Queensland have slammed Kmart for introducing locked coin-operated trolleys across a third of its stores in the state. The new trolleys need to be unlocked with either a $1 or $2 coin in order to stop trolley theft or abandonment. But customers were quick to voice their anger with the change, one saying, "Who on earth has a coin anymore? Rosanna, society obviously becoming cashless. Should Kmart rethink this strategy?"
Well, the problem is, of course, we are absolutely sick of seeing our trolleys in the creeks, in the parks, in our neighbourhoods. And so councils are asking supermarkets and Kmart to be looking after their own trolleys. So that's the first thing, and they should be paying for it. Of course, they're not. They're pushing it onto the consumer and asking us to walk around with a coin. Now, I don't have a coin anymore. I don't think any of my children or younger generations do. Not very many people have a coin, and I guess that's going to be the tricky thing for Kmart, because how can you buy your homewares and your footstool and your mattress protector and whatever else if you don't have a trolley? So that's going to be really difficult. But the thing that's for sure is we don't want the trolleys turning up in our beautiful environment and ruining it.
It's hard, isn't it, James? I know one of our local supermarkets has those trolleys where you can't actually get out of the front door. You have to park underneath because it's in a residential area. But when you go to Kmart, you have bigger stuff, don't you? What do we do here?
Well, and look, the issue with waste and these things being dumped on the side of the road is, of course, valid. But I would say that if the supermarkets are going to introduce this, the first thing they need to do is fix the wheels and improve the quality of the trolleys, which is always substandard. I mean, I want 4 working wheels on my trolley at all times. It's not a money-making exercise. Obviously, you get the coin back at the end. But, look, I actually don't think it'll work, because you guys are right. No one carries cash anymore. No one carries notes, let alone $1 or $2 coins. So it won't work. But if you're going to do this, please, let's have an upgrade of all the trolleys so they actually work and you can steer them in the same direction.
I think they've got a difficult job. on working out how to get the trolleys back. Tell us if you've got a good idea. Finally, the NRL is preparing for a blockbuster weekend in Vegas, and now local tourism officials are calling for even more, wanting to discuss an extension of the city's deal with the NRL. James, you are right there in Sin City. Actually, I think we have a video of you enjoying your time there. We might just pull that up.
Oh, no.
What on earth were you doing, and what time was that, James?
It was like 7 o'clock at night,
Yeah,
I'm sure, or 7 a.m. I can't remember. But we took a right off the strip, we took a left off the strip, and then found our way to a cattle bar where there was a mechanical bull, and they were doing amateur line dancing. Yeah, look at the arms, honestly. I didn't realise it was that bad.
No, he's not, Chef.
He's good.
Look, I was escorted out 5 minutes after that, so we don't have that footage, do we?
Oh, were you kicked out, were you?
Yeah, for bad dancing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Not even surprised.
I think that was lucky.
Rosanna, Queenslanders, of course, rugby league. They absolutely love it. No Queensland teams there. Do you think there should be an extension?
Oh, absolutely. We definitely need more of those Queensland teams being part of this because, let's face it, those Americans want to come to Queensland, so that link is going to be really important. And we love our footy for sure. We love our league. And so to share that with America, I think they're just finally cottoning on. So it's about time, but, you know, it's a good thing for that.
Yeah, thank you very much. We might just run that footage one more time and just channels the chicken dance.
Yeah,
Let everyone see that.
He's got a new nickname.
I can do it again for you if you like.
That's very impressive.
No, but there's no music. It's just the left. It's just the heel and toe.
Yeah, no, it looks better on the footage. Yeah, now you're pretending to be good. Thank you.
No, I went
Enjoy.
too far. Sorry.
Can't wait to see what happens over the weekend. See you, James. Enjoy.